Any Tangmala Tashtili sharing. So Tashtili everyone. And I just wanted to thank Nawang Khechog for attending and actually leading our session today. As I mentioned in the flyer, and as you can see on the screen as well, Nawang Khechog is the first Tibetan Grammy nominee. He's an author, he's a monk, and he's a hermit meditator under the guidance of His Holiness.
Ex-monk, actually, ex-monk.
Ex-monk, and he's a meditator under the guidance of His Holiness. So in this session with us today, he will expand on His Holiness talks on compassion and kindness, and he'll also be speaking on his book, Awakening Kindness, which contains foreword by His Holiness. And I just wanted to share with everyone the foreword. So let me just put it on screen. So this is what we have on screen, the foreword from His Holiness. I'll kind of give you a minute to skim through it quickly, but really I want to focus on the last paragraph where His Holiness mentions that Ngawla was born in Tibet, and as part of his education, he spent some time as a meditator in the hills above Dharamsala. So His Holiness commends him for his efforts to awaken others to understanding that as a source of lasting happiness and joy, kindness and compassion are among the principal things that make our life meaningful. And one other thing I wanted to put, which Gela actually didn't want me to put on the flyer, but I'll just put it out there. Gela is actually also known for being a musician. And so in the flyer, you can see a picture of him playing the flute. So one quick thing I'll just share is from Peace Jam. So, dear Nobel Peace Laureates, Ivan and I have worked with Nawang Khechog. So this is just another letter that was written from Peace Jam to the Nobel Peace Laureates, and it's just to show Gela's importance. And just Gela, thank you so much for being here today. And so the format today is for about half an hour or to an hour. Gela, you'll have the floor. You can talk to us on Tibetan Culture of Kindness and also your book. And then Digi Jula, we can open up to question and answers. So the session will be from 7:30 to 9.
Okay.
Okay.
Actually, the Peace Jam letter, that is basically the 10 Nobel Peace Laureate, including His Holiness Dalai Lama, Archbishop Desmond Tutu, and 10 of the Nobel Peace Laureate. They endorse the phrase I created, may all be kind to each other. Dogun chamje toshos. The Chabinza, the Gabjoje, the Wardlia, Konan Changme Chenda Yore, the Mayemba, any Konazo Changme, the Shane Dena Yore, may all be kind to each other. Everyone, 10 of them. So it's blessed also. And also it was something like that. The second letter is. Ini that 당보대에 벽에 나온 인도 주저지 가시오르다 당보대에 기시다 예라래야 도치 쉐이 있는가 Similarly, dan keranzo karchureda online Tibetan education right. Tigi delia kejishel na ngodu keranzo lia kisela na de tuche shui. Indana singi chimila dan keranzo team member changmala ye tuches ingade kedama kawishiracho. Ine 자외가라 가서래다 수수 셈단이야 미규마지 삼산이 된대위 다이네 점점이야 가쇼래 로마부지 낭줄이야 롭존체 베베지도나래 찰 드니다 노니슈 자다 지길이야 살롱체 드릭 차례다 가서래 비 조조단 댕두기 미기도 단단 드릭톨리아다 또 냠뉴르스 또 주베 쿠르지 인자 Zabdal nge tos sabyon de pu nangju toli da jidang tarina shengi karchugureda Tibetan Culture of Kindness. Karchugureda pebe rishung chamzeda dewa sarjurwa. It is in Gyurwe. Pebe rishung chamzeda dewa. What is the Richigita? Tunzen di wall that ring compassion is a kazu tutuji, susu samjuti, and number two, shuchoji. Any that teaching a Tangima and Tindegi taught you go with me. Sangma Senan Yawashi tend away. Tangan you don't do a moderate dabjene, Shiro Chevroa. Tene soon the Tambuto Timber Bay Yamje and Arakava de Yuda, Maresai Junjuni Jedisha. In a that relation to Sun that Tensan, Yazu Gubjus as Tayu Geze. Chida Yataju Tayu Geze. In a torch you know, I'll Jedo you know, those pengudu. Did the Tamshi share down to say workshop subject to it and Delia. This one's a Jedo, the shoes. Kasheju and Del Barubaru, see that Hawaji. Any under Chua Tilenti Purgeta, Inge Nijanan, Chene Ligu, right? Ne Tange subjoined Kazutu Machine Debti Inginal Tiu in the awakening kindness. This one's a Inginal Shubin, those devils too. In a Kazutu Inginale dot shoe. In Zamdam Pugenale, Shudevudonan, a Pugenale, Kazutu, Shutu Tagi, Taine, Chimilason, Shinti, Zo de Tri, Pubeki, Subjonda de Rike Menza, and the made there the Shijube, that Karsore, Pube Rishum Chamze the Deve, Segi, that Karsore. Tunze, Tibetan Culture of Kindness. The Injina Shuchochi those day. The singing Changmalia Testily Shuchochi, Testily in Kelanzo de Peva, Kawishirachum, Tuche, and Tangarege, Susu Yamyonta, Dodge Bezinalia, Kasoreta, Shamje Koda, Pebe Rishun, La Sobadanda, Kanji Tindel Babe, Titi Susu Junzi Bazu, Kazutuchi, Shudo Tagi, the Tambuting Peji, Injinal to Shuna, right? So I will speak in Tibetan, in English right now, on the subject of Tibetan culture of kindness. So I want to talk few different subjects, try to share you few different points of view. Maybe first I want to share with you that I have heard a long time ago that there is a saying that if you go to Tibet, somehow you feel so happy and peaceful. That's a saying. It's been there for a long time. And since I heard that, I was thinking that actually why is people feel like that, you know? So I felt maybe, of course, because the beautiful mountains in Tibet and the pristine and the pure nature. So that may be one of the reasons why people feel so happy and peaceful when they go to Tibet. But on the other hand, I felt that maybe the main reason why it creates such a happy and peaceful feeling, that is maybe because of the Tibet's great emperors like Tisong Detsen, and then Lama Yishiyu, Chanju, who invited Atisha in Tibet, Atisha Dibamkara, Tibetan we call it George Pende Atisha. So the Bodhisattva's tradition brought to Tibet, and everyone tried to practice the Bodhisattva's way of life. Everyone tried to cultivate genuinely a heart that cares for all humanity, not only Tibetans, but whether it's a Tibetan, Indian, Italian, German, or Indian, or even Chinese, whoever, all humanity, to love all humanity. Usually we have all kind of boundaries or box. It starts with the me, what we call it, me first culture. Me, 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 me. So that is one of the box. Then the box becomes a little bit bigger, say mine, my family member, or my friends, and then it become little bit, the box become a little bit bigger, maybe my same nationalities or my same religious fellow or something like that. But there is always a condition, a box. But when you practice bodhicitta, the bodhisattva's way of life, when you try to cultivate genuine feeling of bodhicitta, then you cut all the boundaries, conditions. As long as out there is a sentient being, a being who wants happiness and who don't want suffering, that's enough criteria to love someone and care about someone. So that is really the beauty of Bodhisattva's way of life, Bodhicitta. So such a beautiful culture brought in Tibet by these great emperor or the king of Tibet or these different lamas, great translators. So then Tibet became totally adopted the Buddha Dharma, which brought from India. And all the Tibetan most Tibetans, they practice Buddhism, and especially Mahayana Buddhism. Mahayana means greater vehicle, means you're taking the burden of all sentient beings' suffering. So such a great mind, great heart. Bodhisattvas. When you become Bodhisattva, that's what you do. So in Tibet, it becomes Sadar Todar, something like it's spread it all over Tibet. Even what we call it today, Pen tradition, which is our original religion of Tibet, they also adopted some of the Buddhist principles in their practice. So it's very interesting. So anyway, that is something, one of the most beautiful spiritual tradition in the world, to love everybody, to be compassionate to everyone, you know. So in the process of the cultivating Bodhichitta Chanjuksem, which is in Tibetan we say Chanjuksem, in Sanskrit Bodhichitta. So there is a different level of how to cultivate Bodhichitta. You reach finally able to cultivate Bodhichitta. One of His Holiness Dalai Lama's main teacher, called Kunulamar Rinpoche, I had the great honor and joy to be able to meet him because of my hermit teacher, Ken Ishitobdela. He was also his teacher, so he wanted to go and see Kunulamar Rinpoche, who was at that time staying in Tsopema, where Guru Rinpoche's all the miracle and meditation, everything, so many things happened at Tsopema. So Ken Rinpoche, Genshitabdela want to see him, so I was able to go to Tsopema and see Kunulamar Rinpoche, who was regarded as a living bodhisattva. Basically, living bodhisattva means someone who has cultivated the genuine realization or the feeling of bodhicitta. So in order to cultivate bodhicitta, you have to go through different process. So few of the process, if I mention here, so like a universal compassion. So you love, universal love. Universal love means you love all humanity. There is no distinction of class, race, religion, anything. As long as any human being, anyone wants happiness, don't want suffering, that's enough to love someone. So to love all humanity, to love all species, even all the ants, all the bugs, all these little cute little flies flying on the sky, all these different creatures, whether in the water, in the air, or in the tree, wherever it may be, or in the earth. So anyone is a sentient being. Sentient being means basically it means sentient being means someone who has a consciousness, who has the ability to be conscious about pain or pleasure or happiness, suffering, all this able to have a conscious. So all the sentient beings means whoever has a consciousness and their natural desire is want happiness, do not want suffering. Then you must care and love all these sentient beings. So that kind of culture brought in Tibet by these great emperors, kings, or great lamas. So that kind of such an amazing love and compassion, universal love and compassion become the norm of Tibetan people. Even sometimes some Lama jokingly say that even a butcher who kills animal, even on their lips, they say, Mage Semjen Tamje, all mother sentient beings. And they will recite at least Om Mani Padme Hum, the universal compassion prayer to the creature. And so it has become so widespread all over Tibet. So the universal love, compassion. Universal compassion means you want all sentient beings, all humanity, all creatures, all sentient beings to be free of suffering. Then it goes in a little bit higher level, which is called universal responsibility. So in Tibetan, we say Laksam, universal responsibility. Nyingji Chambo for great compassion, universal compassion. And Chamba Chambo means universal love. So gradually you cultivate universal love, universal compassion, and then universal responsibility. Universal responsibility means you want to take upon yourself the responsibility of want to be all sentient beings to be free of suffering and able to attain everlasting happiness. You take the whole burden upon yourself. That's the universal responsibility. Then individual, the practitioner, look out and really examine that, am I able to do that right now? Like myself, I won't be able to even one sentient being, one human being, I cannot guide to the Buddhahood because I haven't myself achieved that. So therefore, how I can guide other into Buddhahood means one who has got rid of all the defilements, all the sufferings, and able to attain everlasting happiness. All the knowledge, all the virtues, all the good qualities within. So that's what Buddhas really what it means in a simple term. So then one realized I have to become Buddha myself, all knowing, all free of suffering, free of all the defilements, able to attain all the good quality knowledge within me. So when I become Buddha, then I can benefit all sentient beings. So that is called Bodhichitta now. When you are able to have a realization up to that level. So something like that. So maybe I will continue a little bit more. Similar, yeah? So one of the way how to cultivate universal love, universal compassion in Bodhicitta, it starts with the very universal reality that really try to understand how I am. Actually, my innate nature is wants happiness, don't want suffering. If people are nice to me, I really appreciate. If people are unkind to me, I don't like that. So the same Tibetan has a saying, Rangi lula pelonla, shela never majichiks. With the example of your own physical level, pain, understanding reality, do not inflict harm to others. So, how I want happiness? Why I morning get up, I have breakfast, lunch, then dinner, and try to have some saving in the bank. If I am unwell, then I go to see the doctor and take medicine and all this. I try to have a little bit bank balance, some money in the saving, to try to have a good companion, or if someone is not married, then try to have a boyfriend or girlfriend. So to try to also have a good friends in life, try to have a nice clothes, try to wear nice clothes, we try to make our hair nicely, and all this. Why we do this? Actually, the bottom line is my innate nature. Nobody has to teach me, no religion has to teach me, no Lama or Guru or anybody has to teach me this, no my parent has to teach me, but since I was born, I'm like that. Wants happiness, don't want suffering. And one example I feel, when child is born, the child cries. Wow. Why child cry? Because that is like a first universal declaration of human nature, saying, I don't want suffering. We all born like that. And then mother nurses us. Then we become quiet and peaceful. That's another nature of our reality, that it says, I want happiness. So try to really understand first upon yourself that how I am, that my basic fundamental nature is wants happiness, don't want suffering. That's my very nature. If I make a deep conviction in my heart that, yeah, that is what it is, and then try to reflect upon other humanity, other species, that they also, like me, they also don't want suffering. They all want happiness. Pretty much what I do, have breakfast, lunch, dinner, or have education. Education is to try to prepare our life a little bit better, and then try to make money, try to have a good job. All this, basically everyone is doing the same thing. So that means they also want happiness. They also don't want suffering. So therefore, how I want happiness, how I appreciate people nice to me, same way I should be nice to every humanity. Hopefully all sentient beings, you know. And how I appreciate when, how I don't like when people are cruel and nasty to me. So same thing, other humanity, other sentient beings are same. So therefore I should try to not inflict any harm or pain to anyone. So therefore I should try to live a life as much as I can to be kind to all humanity, to all my neighbors, classmates, workmates, or to all people and all sentient beings. So that's how you gradually transform your mind from a selfish, self-centered, me first culture, you know, that kind of transform into loving others, caring for others. So that is one of the most beautiful universal tool that how we can become kind and compassionate. In Tibet, there was one Lama, or Zapabdu Rinpoche, Nyingma Lama, who gave the teaching of Guide to the Bodhisattva Way of Life, Junju, to people. Each time he taught that, they would have a special flower is grown. It's nicknamed as the Junju Meadow, flower of Junju. So the Zapabdu Rinpoche, he was a living bodhisattva too. And then Khunnu Lama Rinpoche, who was also a living bodhisattva, who taught the Guide to the Bodhisattva Way of Life to His Holiness Dalai Lama. And His Holiness Dalai Lama was so inspired by his teaching, and His Holiness really practiced day and night for Bodhisattvas, Guide to the Bodhisattvas Way of Life. Although we Tibetan, we consider His Holiness Dalai Lama as our Lokita Buddha of compassion. But His Holiness himself says, I'm just simple Buddhist monk, and I'm trying to practice myself as much as, and I'm trying to study Buddha Dharma. And His Holiness has studied from all 4 traditions. And one of the most favorite teaching was Guide to the Bodhisattva Way of Life, Junju. And now His Holiness 80-something, all this year practicing Bodhichitta, and now His Holiness still very humbly says, maybe I have cultivated Bodhichitta, which is two levels. One is spontaneous level, that's the ultimate. But before that, means with the effort, the tools, how to cultivate bodhicitta within. So you practice that, which Adisha also brought all the lojong in Tibet, mind training. And there is a one tool, Jude Mengadima, starts with seeing all sentient beings as your kind mother, and then gradually there's 7 different tools to cultivate bodhicitta. Then Dashi Nyamje, the other one, from the Guide to the Bodhisattva Way of Life, which Shantideva taught that. So first exchanging equanimity, which we talked about how everyone is wanting happiness, same as wanting happiness and not wanting suffering. And then gradually exchanging one for others. So you yourself able to really sacrifice for the benefit of other beings, to serve other beings, to serve all humanity, to serve all sentient beings. And these different Nobel Peace Laureates, they become Nobel Peace Laureate because they did a great work serving others, you know. So they did some extraordinary work serving others. So therefore, they've been awarded the Nobel Peace Prize. But their aim is not to get the Nobel Peace Prize, but to serve humanity. So they are human beings who are able to do extraordinary work. So that is become serving others, is become the basically that what we call this Tibetan culture of kindness. So maybe I will stop here. Maybe I will, if someone has a question, I will be happy to answer.
If anyone has any questions, please feel free to unmute yourself, and then you can ask in Tibetan or English.
Gela tishile, nimi jinsi nga tiwa chigyo,
Knowledge.
ngi 오늘 지난해 되게 야구 된다며 야구 싫으면 대신 인지게 되게 지금 yeah, this is it. So I guess my question more so revolves around this cultivation of compassion and love for everyone beyond ourselves. And you spoke about kind of transitioning from the me type of circle to a circle that's much larger and much more encompassing of everyone. So my question is, does that require that we let go of the pursuit of happiness for ourselves in doing so?
Yeah, okay. That's the question?
No.
What? That's your question, right? Okay. So that's a very good question. And I think I will answer you this with the example of Bodhichitta, Chanjuksem. Bodhichitta is the Bodhisattva's when who able to cultivate bodhicitta means then that person become bodhisattva. Bodhisattva means basically someone who becomes serving to all humanity without any condition, or able to love everybody, able to be kind to everyone. So, serving others. But at the same time, that being bodhisattvas who want to serve everyone means, from one hand, you want to serve everyone, but other hand, you want to become fully enlightened being. Means you want to become someone totally free of all the defilements, from all the sufferings, and to have all the knowledge and all the good qualities within, so that you become totally free of suffering. All the mental suffering, physical suffering, all the suffering. You want to become free of suffering, right? So that is the wise way. Sometimes His Holiness Dalai Lama says, you have to be wise selfish, not a foolish selfish. So that comes here, because when you become wise selfish, that is someone who is serving everyone, that serving others become the joy of oneself. And one want to fully qualified to serve all sentient beings. Like if you can become PhD doctorate in whatever subject, that means you will be much equipped to serve humanity or your own country, you know? So the same way, so you have to become very well equipped yourself. It doesn't mean that you don't care about your well-being at all. Yeah?
Yeah,
this way.
This one.
Okay. Andy? Should I even try? Tiwa menang ege keja kashechi nube kyawu. Ta kama chonga tishtu. Tiwa yube?
Kelangala tiwa chige.
Lonos.
Namgyu ningje so or chamse compassion the cultivate chidogala so chipo samata che I chipo meo che mi shandagi chedurang ra. So cultivating the equanimity the mi changwa chikpa yawana shina manzo ta kesi like in good times manzo kibo indi yudugala di chiatis le laudwa kajila manzo changma yebara. So like samba kibo yudugala mi shandala like it's easier to be compassionate, you know. So kange do nyang de na shandala ningje kya de fiskale hakoda.
Dari.
So being also in bad times, how do you develop compassion?
In your own situation, right? In bad time. You yourself going through bad time.
Mm-hmm.
And also, do you mean just yourself going through bad time? How to still keep compassion?
I mean, the personal example tamari, you know, namgyu ni rang anzo.
Jidang, yeah. That 오늘 제나다 소소 기부유도다 정말 다시 들래 제배 정말 두손 총고제 야고 시부유도다 다 밀리아직 잠지체 밀벤제나 게만미네 야고전게 직 다시 들래 세 라소고데 직 밀게체 두도 야고체 다 코랑싱 용거 봐 다야 오늘 소소 누구 용거 가도 될래양 밀러고 제디 또 하고 직차에 지다 미기 랑시지로와 근데 딱 준드네 또딱 냠내 제도 다 개념으로 해서 모두 so if you are more practice if you have done more practice that's 냠내 가두지도 제와 if you have practiced enough, if you have cultivated enough love and compassion to others, then no matter what bad situation hits in your life, it cannot disturb you. Actually, it can encourage you to do more benefit to others because you yourself went through different suffering. pen ngal cha shana ngangi ma mode dabjene ta menga le gosha shakyu che ini heart attack che ta tide ta dogu mangbu nyamre lo yesum shigachi mutune kage shira jongsu ta ine ya di chule to junne ta nga 잡아진 로 주지 되버래 디난 로시 다람살이야 참바진 되버래 디 경고를 미치 심중 제가 예배 참바제리다 디데 가고 싫어요 다나 샘다 쳐버리지다 도루 잡으시고요 오늘 삼바 남다이 디데 경고를 미치 시장 참바도 망고 열대네 말에 님지 딱 걔는 깨져 돼야 되네요 아니 맞아 요는 디그레 숨도 제가 날 심준 제가 그래. 내가 제 컨디션에는 나태가 쇠답라. 지인 공로선 가발라다 공배줄라 그러니 쉬는 제가 그래. 다 땅아 잡아도 맞종을 다 독산시에는 조진의 탈로차들 초진이 참바 버리쇼 생각도 법에 야겠지 말아 참바 버리쇼 차도다가 진짜지다 내단지 차도데 얘네야 땅가 수준 내단 가래 얘는 미네 마 꺄을 밥이 난다 가래 지겔 되게 난다 가발 치메네 레다니 무팅에 슈슈고 요거 알았다 난 레네니 타래요 말봐 니모 동행게 동행 나라들 나래 하고 그래 나라 귤 위에다 니모 동아데 니모 독숨 되네 니모 독숨기 도 가져다 그때 나라 수수 교회 차도 봐. 디 인자 아니 같이 가지 두두게 직추냠네 제도 다죠. 퇴섬 검섬 조진이 축되 마셴바데 이시시다. 셰바데 셰바 짬마인 버시 디 띵 사부지 고토바 베나 닝지 첨보선의 가르치고 그랬어. 마게 심진 탐jel이야. 아니 동엘레 제나 냠베기다. 로 닝탕만이 제기다. 근데 조선다니 닝지 첨보스가 봐. 답은 땡중스 라베나 베나 두제 탐제 메다바스 계제들 셰베나 단딩에 인지나 충도 쉬워. Everything is transitory nature. Everything changes. The sanjegi sungchigdi duje tamje medaba sungeti anything in existence which existence is caused by other cause and condition, that means that the very nature of that reality must change. Sungay jorba. Tilia samlo ting sabur kachege sorry. Tao tu tebi na penchashana jegab duzuta yema Roman Empire sudu shioji isigorba. That is a Roman Empire that mingza maduta ke shu ke layo marbata. Indang yema na Genghis Khan da Mongol Sidu Khan da yang bet shenan chese ke lungba cha dewa. Bet nuba chenpu shiuji ma ke tolia. That is a Mongolia Koran Jamio Tsuje, Madu Purban Nashi, Do Yang Yashin Bredoa. Da Daganashingi America de Tanda Tobjin Jacob Shuji Isigore, Yaman Tobjin Jacob Nizigor, Jik Urusu Zigorwa, Soviet Union, Soviet Union Torsoa, da Urusu Koranso Chigo Chaje, Karsawada, Russian Federation said that Jacobji Chadorada, Tade Nutub Chamber, the Yaman Nashingi, the superpowers Chayo Marvata, American Nashi. The America de Nimachi Namji Matong, yes, Sambalani, that law, Mara America, Miseta, Lumade Degu, when a Gawa Gomgu, Pek Jesuiran Chigi, Yina, Nguinezu Chigraba. America Kazet Tomjo Chimpo incident, Lord Gat Tonda Ni Nala, Tending Juadu Grisam. Diane Tadik Tobjin the Lagi you may Kansh. Kaya you Sigrabata. Pena Zamblin Dilcha Shavina. Gay Sambal country to Sun Nimachi. The San Tang David Rongian Rudu. It's a barren land, right? But Kake Maverick. Sadon Shuji, that chatted one, the way to get it. Namamoda, that Damabong Shagorva, that in the wish that cerebral to do. That did not shake it, Zamblin day and Yamachi, Kale. Maju or Koryu did Tawobe, my say, Magavache, that Sangma Tolachi Jen Namshi, de Davetongen, she chat passive marva. That Metaba said. When you do just some time, do je tamji medaba sedelia, labja shujilia do mizina. So tam yenda, julonju, karimo karichone, ya, tande, shivu hale keme, tachi tot pesachin goyore, totos tam june, that tel capsan yosaje yore, yankoge, mageche, dramata chumbe, and pesagua. Timenanime ya, Kerasing Dodge, Pujibe, to that lecture, Susul Tamira, to the Alpension Grammy Award, Radegamati, nominee Nam Chuiza, the Grammy Award nominated Sidugan, Yaki Shedu, and Kundu thought I'm just wrong, Jerochigua. Here, Kevsangerisha. This sort of that Jidan Jidu Mele Sung Jore. Do Wudachi Tongde Jacado Legion Yenindos. Just to believe that Magum the Iron Logo, some Pempo Shuto. The engineer like good, Sisi Chang singing, Ima Jami Choba, Sambaji de Engineer, Kuda Ajala Chiki, the engineer Guronas, Koran Page, Shujan Kui Gurjan, Milengum Chazan engineer Yore. Can you get long again? And I think that shows some. Tanda Netflix Nalia Sanjay Jamden de from Sanjay Jamden the good tone Yangel Madepado. There is an episode 54 episode. Please watch that. It's so beautiful. It's so entertaining as well as it's so inspiring. So Buddha, it's just say Buddha, and then you can find. That's a really beautiful that in the Netflix. It used to be in YouTube, but now it's in Netflix. So, India Sirona. Any kaduta? Shada this way. Chimila this way.
Anyone has any questions?
저 차보던 들어나 제일 이게라도 좋으면은 예 까마카시 단이야 거다 까마숨 쓰지만 말도
Kaima gela nganzu chuzu goa badu yor gela.
나
Nganzu chuzu goa badu yor. So kisi gela ngayon na lang gela.
단다 주주 네 주주 들으시야 가서
추스 차가 단동 yor gela. Gela 단다 추스 차가 lang.
안에 데일리아 딘지 주주 nga도 제가 오래 nga도 제가 내 주도 제가 듬바 깨보고 가 듬바 봐도 좋아 나 주도 제가 도단데 그냥 좋아 뒤에는 들어나
이 뒤워지 티셔나 티시지와
난다
야 댄스 셀라이 투체나 얘나 당이 뒤워디 지단기 간조다 단다 변낭로라다 단다 chanju semba da ningji chempo da ni chamba chempo dinzoge da khalo juba dojero tradition di ani da nangchue tarni jin jik chungjo dojero mangche nangchue da dewa dojero
re chanju sem
chanju sem do sang nangchue da dewa ta ine chulu la madewe da secular thoni yang azoge ningje da chanju khalo zewa da de chamba de gom tuye yori siya yoro
really
변나로라 낭추에 마타르면이야 덴데게 칼로레 chamba gomeda dende tsewa gome jidangi ngaranzo tumo maimba zamning shembal me unique dende anzo pyenanglo la nangchue matar ngeni da nangchue tartsana ya ani nangchue digala ya jaga ge tradition jupale sulen digala ya pyerangi sartyo chijoge ya dende ro dende gela jik thanando da dende jik asi yana wonde
that thing 시라기 디콜 유스케 마중 땅은 나중에 마다가 녜라 간줄 펼이야 병이 쳐도 열와 다 코란도 병이 최송에 저 시샤 제나니야 코란도 병이 땜바 신랍세 주고도와 병이 땜바 신랍제니 공기 최송샤와 망부 시부지 여배 루기지도 와. 딱 만족이 지당 딱 얘기 당 마당하다베다 봐봐 지용기 제외는 망부지기 삼례 난다 아주 낭주 마다봉을 딱 대점기 다 낭배체 나신기다 당 라퍼도 태버침비체 나신기 되게 자체라 사바데 아유나 삼산이 챙겨야다. 이나야 병이 땜바 병이 최 송에 남바 송에잖아. 그런 쪽에 병이 최단래 냠nen체 시라 망부 여부지 숨고도. 당아 되는 임바 쇼 쉐리디. 여베는 야부시로 왔다. 또 병이 남가문에 코란도 단다 숭에디 나싱게 컬리아 나주 마주르문에 베 추팅 사보다 냠네 팅 사보다 데데 여베는 빼야고라 받아
놀랐어
근데 다 여베 쇼 슈에마도 믹세게 시라규메 자베네 주제 송제가 보이는 미주장마 주루 라소버들이기다 낭주 시 마샤베 the secular ethics source 제제네 디송베 소리 제버봐 인 대상 경우로 미치기 가르치고 그랬다 단다 ethics for the new millennium 다 religion beyond
beyond religion is
because beyond religion beyond religion 차대 돈도 망쳐와디 제네 art of happiness 돈도 대 돈도 리 돈도 파 패치와 장원 뭐지 마신니 지단기 공실이야 점린디나라야 미 가져레스 동주 동주 뇌시고 봐 여기 나네 동주 직스다 최 매버 이발 다 지단 용달에 킬링도와 다 추켈랑이 나네 당아 힌두이 가 낭바이 가 이슈이 지지마마 가 가지 식셰부마도 오늘게 샘딩이 이게 소주 뜸배기 마추 남된 샤바티 냠내 쟁이티 양 오늘 가고래도 오늘게 삼반남다 돈이다 냠내 쟁이디 뉴뉴시라로 와 근데 이제 다 돈줄래 다 추케 말레네 다 지단기 추케 말랭이 미 동주지기 추될 듯 가게 매워 차르고 받아 이 컨돌레 과외직들다 정글 무지기 가서다 human value human value 토니 미기린다 나니 참지 참받은 인지 장부제 가르쳐 그래 미야랍체 데데기다 망보지 장구로 미제 믹세기 야 추케 말랭이 미톨레 근데 대화 되버리 동의면 되버라 추케 말레네 근데 대화 되고 동의 되고 말해 근데 미야고 챤되어래 미두자 챤되어 말해 미야고 차다 맞아서디 배샤 망르 지고 말와 배샤 망르기 미고 지고 제거다 그 주부 제거래 이나야 배샤 사야 망보 유나야 셈리아 동에다 셈데 찔레 망아 찔레 쥐어봐 정아 찔레 나게 채와 근데 요거도 와다 그 셈리아 펜션 셈리아 오늘 미하고 차야 미 율리아 참바 닝지 가서 그래 잠쟁일로 율리아 미창보 라마군조 근데 가제 차 또베 최기 미코 야고 차야지 미코 야고 찍으러 갔다 가지고 지존나래 최 계적에 뭐 매버체 지당 지존나 미디 미야고 창보 미셈바 상보 먼저 세바 상보 세죠 봐 이마 아디샤게 공기 별 패네 공기 밑으로 와 인디 순고에서 셈바 상보 중에서 할로 세 쳐대 kuzu devo i message yorwa di table kongi semba sangbo chungwe di sungo resa en mid dorwa goodbye said chedelia semba sangbo chias semba sabunas di sungo resa that was the key message in Quran adisha kong une samge meja bajirese Quran une chena Bengal segi, Jagagi Bengal segi subject di gyune, yama ene Jagadi di Jagab Jada ngabju yorsigwa, Jeden Jamada, Damada, Jada ngabju. Payul chashana Jenden du yorsa, du. Payul dundu kashege, Buddha Tungsa di Tanda Karsa.
Lumbidi.
Lumbini res, Lumbini the Nepal res. This on the Jaga Buddha the Nepali res, Jaga res and Rim the Sidua. Yinaya, Nema, Nawamoina, Payuti, Jedin Duyorsa. In Jagal Chashan, Jedin, Jadang of Jur Sidua. That Namamu Chevin, Bharat said Jigmato, Nepal said, the India said to the Inji Suesha Brabata. India said the Inji lady, the India Chavra. India says Todoj Meva. Nepal said the Inji Chuni Chav doesn't do me. The Duke Chan. Timato Nepal said the Gendin Duyorsa. Yamata Bharat Sedukanta Changmata Shukcheva the Hindu. Yama Bharat Mata said. Today in the Sanki jumped in the Trungsa the Jaga resident Digor, Bharat Mata resident. You got the Kemashiraki Tongdu. This or the Kasata Jaga de Residua. And the Kajit Kavales.
Adisha. Adisha Bengali. Choje Pande Adisha Bengali.
Oh, Kongi, how labor Sangi Major Conan Lama, Yadang Abjunichi yoursa. But Mag, Tobu in Yamne, Damga, Chimbur Chiri, taking it Lama, Yadang Abjuyorsa. Conan gave a seredua. Inaya, Conan Kaptilia, living Bodhisattva, it took the Chuyimba. Good Chanju Semba Musungi. Don't you prevent Chanju Semba Musum? Miti Chanju Semba Musum as do say, and Baba loves it. This origin, Mune, Julia, Chanju Sem, Yul Kigana, Yingji Chimbo, Chamba Chimbo, Tagana Shingi, Laksam Chimbo, universal love, universal compassion, universal kindness. That don't Mune, Yul, Kidding Kansachi, Yina. That Tilia, in Tikan Chanju Sem. In that Chadan Tilia, Chanju Sem says, Dumbani de Sigore. Chojini, Simjing, Tamjig, Tunchegi, Shendun Tunig, Dumbayova. Cho Shendati, Chanju Tuni, Sanje Koban, Topdugi, Dumbayova. Dumbani Semlia, in Chanju Sem Sigurta. That living Bodhisattva said that Chanju Semboku, that the Gul Trungje, the Koyago over the missing yes or the thoughts Koyorta. Chanju Sem thought she something odd share or again, Lojudo Cheverva. That was gone, go to Dever, Tangima. They join that publish or I think it tried to achieve that. They thought the jury got it to do Chega, you will get it. I know, cut the share or the Inaya, Julia, Chanjusim Mena, what Chanjusim Chagmarva. I call your marva. This one, George Benda Adisha Koran Kablia, and the Sumatra Islands says Midway. Katanga Yan Tilia specific subject the Chigras. Google Adisha called Chimberwa. That the Gerenji get a shadow. Jakabji get shadow. That thing I research again. That can take Lama selling by Shueti, Tensai, Yamaina. Kuna Lama Bucheta, Zappa Bucheta, the Nashingita, Tensai and Garambuche, Nashingita, Chanju Simba, when a Kunga, Papa Jealous dedicated Shemeda, Papa Jealous the Gajuta, Maran to Teba Yungi chicken, Papa Jealous, Namju, me number pepper, Madu tea, so to Teba Channel, Tegata social pengerwa. No. That can just teach them as a thing. I'm simple Buddhist monk is Sung de Jorwa. 이네 쇼게 주주 순발의 시버지 찍는 샤네 이네 냠네 쇼지 나지 슈거 봐. 쇼게 브레이크파스트 맞아 봐. 니만 인간 다른 나신 무트니 도섬 검좀 냠네 남 슈거 봐. 다 텐네 남베 개인기다 토규를 전죽심 뭐서다 충네. 다 공기 딱한 점링 가서 갈이야 여름 제기 퍼블릭 톡 지어 봐. 낭주 숭주 나서 생매다. 미만 칼럼 나에 저러. 퍼블릭 톡 가서 갈만레 망제라니 향아 근데 오프닝 제조 그래. 언제 언제 정해. 대체 다전직 식스는 제어를 맞아. 딱 간단히 나 가서 갈다 내디고 와. 장으로 미치 퍼블릭 톡들 매주 집에 직 차로도 그런죠. 장으로 미치게 배 니 되나제. 엔 잠반의 닌제도 자주 셈도 다 잠반의 닌제 규를 유나 랑키바 로키바 탐지키바 미진당리야 람론체와 엔 페네차샤나 소소 경과 차도 만다와 예점은 딜라고 먼저 냐마 여러봐 냐마 나도 경과 차도 냐마데 닌게 싶지 차그레스 예점은 랍되고 가이스는 미 상부지나 거기 가도 있네 개만게네 미 셈바 상부응한 개만 개그러와 셈바 상부응한 개만 로주게 니슈게 숨주게 제베나 그게 녀마지 어라 미단도 카다도 녀마 차단지 어라 내가 나신 거 녀마데 메인지 없이 차도도 녀몰라데 제조 오늘 근데기 제마 셰드가 녀마도 닝제도 리무케분데 리무티브나지 오늘인다 뒤에 담we 나라 미세 민도 냠네 민도 나시 근데 비타페 가서 그래 줄리아 소수 줄리아 참 무슨 세네미도다 잠반데 닝지게 로도 또씩 여제단 게토나 오늘다 기비님은 아주 별 기비님은 샤링 세죠 봐. 오늘 기비님은 샤르 샹고 추에들이샤. 소소 셈보 sombo 되절레네 기바. 조보이네 망아. 조보 가지면 되는 말다. 소소 캡산 사고 something인데. 오늘 소소 상보인베 소소 상보이나? 들 조보 상보되는 라그러 미 셈바 상보되는 코도 가래네 가사 eyes of the 가사 eyes of the beholder says maybe beauty is the eyes of the beholders. 그 디나싱게 그 가서 그래 미스 상부제나 콜레 미스 상부 현대 랑싱기 상부용이 미수이네 꼭 가보용 거라 미들 미니 상부시도 삼 앵콜 저거 상부된데라 그래 저거 상부된데라면은 이 계산을 저거 상부된데 가장 많아 연애다 융타요 말다 그 락하고도 와 아주 뭐네
네네
이모직다 시도 간래 소소들 지시해 준 그래 가인서는 소소 밑에 상부지 깨토면은 오늘 잠바는 인지 대배간에 가제 밀 강배 집인체 소소 별집에 짜던 가제 두두다 법의 현상 아주 법의 현상 아주 법의 짜던 자원인 제 말다 꾸지 상매 툴디 샤로나 먼저 별집에 짜던 털 가와이는 같아 근데 남들 뜻에는 자 동계난다 고비 동계난다 장 동계난다 드디질에는 미질미네 베베네단데다 베베네단 시에토가 대한 베베 두리도 지고 마셔지 베베 야리야제 돈도시 이 마제네야 미주 우두루도 두리도 샤다 셰더와 Pearlia, Jamie, not your tongue, Tunzo shit. Maduki, Rishun Samen, Druid, Yangakandelim, Tunzo shit. Yan Chaptilia, Pearlia, Casorita. That the G commission and Shingita. The Degi Chanju Sem, Ningji Chimbuta, the Degita, Zamulindian Chulu Mango, Male, Chulu Tamale, and Eji, Kubaji, Yinayang, Nekarkam to Shubina, Zamulin Chulu Sujige, Magen Simjin Tamje, Namgeta the Nyambe, Sudu, as infinite as the space. Now the Sanji say the space is infinite, right? So the infinite space, all the stars, they say it's a sun, right? Right. And that, you really use a letter, yeah? Korang Zamling Chadanji, Warwa. That Majutanda, ye to be used than the simulation, that the aliens do can take me Chamburjikata, so they do. To look in a Minakanda, Yani, 10 day yore. Simjing. Namamuni, Sanji jumped in the Suntari. The Blinch water gas. Scientists, the Turbinda to the Omar that Sanji jumped in the Kablia. Korangi Tugi came back in Sijan to Sungori. The Blinch water gas. That is a Munupuchi. The Blinch the galaxy to the Tapet. Galaxy Sama in Yigua. Allegedly, Candaria, that the galaxy 7 years. That was just Sindiki, the creature, the art to use and that Taru to Tatu Gorwa. Can I?
Alagala, the Islamo, la Tiwani.
Oh, no.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, very good.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if my mic was working or not. Thanks for taking the time out of your day to talk with us. Milkshake, oh, me mom milkshake honda.
Oh, cannot be.
Oh, yeah. I was just wanting to ask you, how can we practice compassion at home, considering all that's going on right now with the coronavirus and how we're all inside and restricted to like 4 walls, basically?
Right.
How do you us to, or what do you suggest us like?
Nge 가르치고 있는 게 잠잠 게 와이프들이랑 말이야. 단 고네 그리와. 둘 고네 그리와. til 동네 고메 줘라. 동네 수수기 개와드 파타. 대와드 파타. 아니 심진 생기 동네 당 고네 라서 두두 창만 말 멤버쇼스. 수일래. 딜랑아주 낭베추 낭기 태고점비추 나리아 동네 세지 냠nen지 요래. It's a mind training in a way. 네 대상 가르치고 있어는 동네도 고모도 답이 준주 나리아 쇼들 디요래. 다들 장고를 무지 투년 쉬기다. It's the heart of His Holiness Dalai Lama. 지시 남관 내봤던 로아 지시 내주 대시 단에 내주는 로해동의 세와쇼스. For as long as space endures, for as long as sentient beings are there, may I remain until then and solve their suffering. 인지 침묵 말람래 디 제세 시와라기 준준한 숭을. 인 단대 직디 슈고다가라니야 가르도세나 로해동이 간지야롱 대군 달 민규지스. Whatever kind of suffering sentient being may have, they all ripen upon me. Remember. Inge tiliaya gomuludu songjore. Junjunan timido tishuda. And dage malu termin shows. The jesse that gomuludu songjire. And dagi gewa malu vati Singing member shows. That is orgy, that ngay Karsigusana, Chisi Namana with the Roach in the Tibetan Roedung several shows on Droe Gwene, Kancherum, Tigun Tala member show, Minguchis, Dagemalu Teme shows. That Tensan Chashana, Droe Gwene, Corona, Teda, Maluba, Dagul member shows. In Dublin Diliata Corona Naza Kawa, you have any Tamjang right only member shows. So, Samanan agent is Yamlin Chena. So, Nindo Gale Pegre, Gawa Sagre, less say the Lugi leather, Semgi leather, Nagi less, Sumiva. I did the eagle to work. It's a very wish-fulfilling thing. It's a kind of, but actually if you do it sincerely, then from one hand, you make a great karma. Other hand, your yingdop jor, misususu yingdop jor, yingdop share tayale, kendin pengri samudu. Don't those Koba Shena, she to do na. She to say,
Jela Dangong and so Amjila Tindo Tang once again Chomalam Niki, the Donglengi Colansons.
no, oh, Tare. Can't you not mix a carjan cook some good? When they meet the town, eat it. Cut in the chick chest. Me Janjan, then it Tagasti, Michi the Jashin. Saying not reaching better. Reaching going up the design me.
See, Gelata so Chisugua into Dura. So Gela Tamadilla Kisigela Gilingbu Colatis Chignantuna.
Ale Tameti Mune Chanang. Sound system chunjunchi tradition ngi chena samsang ji trans dai ne nge lingbuti changcha go changcha says medwe echo reverb, you know that, right? Reverberation, reverb, nge lingbuti reverb you know any it works perfectly. That reverb mena ya Shiragi Nyembo Yomari, Nyemjet Shira Yomari. Tainaya Nejik Tang, Chik Tango. Takiranzo Kande Nangu na Kashina. Tange or Sina, Ngelimbu Kari, Kagre, Sakuna, Kamajikuna, Nilam Sanli.
그래서 이게 어디 크런치 슈드다.
아.
미지.
아, 좋아지.
날 건다. 갑자기 say다 갑자기.
이 정말 했어요.
아.
네.
나 티와요 라사.
나 좋아지 줄라. 줄라 라스라.
Okay, yeah,
Taksha Menayata Kanjeta Chidana Chidanyabu Umare. Then the Japanese limbure, Shakuhachi Siri. Shakuhachi, Sengdoa. The that trach and tane Lombangu Shibuchi trach at Tami. Then a trach of Tamo. This Shiraya Otanshi Meda. In the Japanese chorus, the mixation of yours. The limbu Mune Yaga de Mare, Juma Suesha Yodere. Sing the way. Sing the way number 2.
Ugido, no.
The Zen wake up with that. Mini short road today and the and Chewudwa. Koran bear what chasing do. And the prevailing will be get that. The prevailing which say the prevailing with the ask cover shudwa. That one in new make limbu award the runner. You can't prove the chick was a garwan. He can't contribute. 그래서 부지도 딱다 야고도 들어도와 그 부지식도와 얘한 링부 꼴이야 부지단도 그게 야고 신거 말다 얘 링부 창마 다샤부도 창마 들에 가서 인지 측선의 improvisation 측도와 improvisation 다워르지래 이나야 improvisation the mangbu pen jazz in be kanjum majum mangbu just playing it from here, not necessarily with feeling, you know, not all jazz people, but there are great jazz musicians who play so beautifully. But kanjum just say the mangbu gudwa the improvisation the 심기 초하는 대명안에 제등이 개심을 쉬던 거예요. Something improvised, but with deep feeling. Okay? 그러니까 예 배배시 말에 좀 셔베 세르미도 좀 얘기해요 말다 단 소소리야 랩되거든요. 이게 가서 그래. 먼저 별에는 롱 팝스, 링룸 팝스에 좀 돼. 지도 멜에는 그룹 봄디, 지도 멜에는 그룹 봄디 밥이 온 거래. 그러나 똑바 되어래. 똑바 되네 밥이 온 거래. 별에는 링룸도 밥이 온 거다 봐. 섬주 생기도 곧 가가도 야고 생미도 되고 트랜스퍼징나 저도 인 링 빠두기 좀 뿌듯 잡겠는데도. these are the that Jidumele Gur the Pavi Warma, Koran Toba Tosh, which Levita, Toba Dress. Takajiti carried him and drum Pavi searching egg, the limbo down to the Pavi Koran. Yet the 신고 말다 music law 되게 신고 말해. 부대도 되게 law 신매. 이제 제가 제로 채워버려. 다이네 링부 파워도 미 가오를 제 냥에를 어제니 콘서트에 용해 어쩌지다 두chen 로더 다 로니 스타란 침래. 다딩에 다 갈레스타게 있다. 알링에 맞죠. 다 타자에는 빼야워. 걔는 링부 장에들 타자티 이지미지 타자 링부 당보 두chen 타임이 돼. 레코더 제제. 어디 레지길 따나 인투 누구도 제대요. 인 타자들 nembe yaptona reverb 다 yana echo 또 저구 된데 다 된다 지나 연코 랑싱기 타자하고 쉬우던데 용한데 도와 나 아스트레일리아에도 삼바들 타자하고 쉬우지 나 체를 도에 민도다 쳐로와 체를 친 데리아 아니 링구들 다제 드시고 타자들 하고 쉬우도
Is he frozen?
May all be kind to each other.
Gela tujina. Last the gela ki khandishina gela kira the breath kira.
No.
Last the because gela ki the zuvu the move chimasa.
You know the this age or ugo gap.
Ugo gap.
In circular breathing cigarette. But the cheshina in the put your put the kun majev jeje. Kama kashe do change dan don't ching narchen there. Kama kashe. Tati yang Nege Koran Lingbuti Pujadan Jorwa. Try to take the audience into the state of silence. But you have a one note, but gradually you become more quieter and quieter and quieter. And then you go into this overtone sound. It's like a chuke or the but chuke or the younger correlation pujadangi. And the any silence machimberwa. Ima tada New York tada Karsadi Abraham Lincoln Center Iwa. Lincoln
Center.
Maybe New York.
Not clear now.
The whole Chimbush Rayurwa. The Yangazu Taji Sebre. And Roger say Kevin Mabulesha. Jangur Muji Chujinayore. And Negi Tade Lumbu Uti Tanje Kalegan said silence the chimbe shugude. Silence the chine any halam ye kamachik hazchi. Gujo Magel Devi. Audience chata Manyam Dol, but silence than this. That is one of my biggest gifts I can give with my flute.
Tiwani some spande eating you had one question.
Tiwachi just
Darona, yinda daron.
Tanagila like the Netflix la Buddha tamu di simba. The Buddha tamu di ala Netflix la.
No, you.
What the negi kasa desenchik kazire ngapchu na wale chuktimas tuala. Loma toachi ki sangila tiwachi kugiduala. Chudi kesi michi karsa chudo chinju cha deni pa Shinga chula duni turn around kumba gamni matter and to sing like duni matter. But this any sange ki lenge the tender the shera yaparang go some.
Lawless. But the Sanjay soon and soon the catch issue chagore. The Nimang Alia American Mizanju. Boddington family season, Maril Tambole du Kunju Nandi Tada Brooklyn teacher 되고 그래도 난 첨부제 아니 부모도 냐르겐 제베 강바도 야고제 매단 첨부 쉬지래 그냥 쉬운 냐르겐들 말다 매단 야다주들래 딱고 스리랑카 제팔라데 가사카니 거래점 친도와 그런 지단 출 시작해링 말에 다 산제 좀 된대로 그 대바요 있어 그래 팔라데 그 공부 좋아서 로 구주 거란레도 공부 좋아서 니자 팔라담라 니자 공부 좋아서 그런데 소위 얘는 이제 뒤송거래 갈 단대디 단대디 뒤송거 다 자외게 단다 힌두 라마 전부 되게 좋아지도 상길 인케나 먼저 힌두기 소아타비에 최제 리추얼 담르체 군졸 소아타비에 또 전다게 요말 선거르베스 상길 파트오고도아 또도 좀 매버리 선거르베스 와 이 상계의 뒤송도 도도디 들이샤 까메 송단데 답변이 차샤나 미지 주파를이야 논인 되वे나 그 로고वे나 그 주파를이야 맞이미제 아니 주파조도 내가 소문은 쉬웠다게 있어 저랑 주파조도 내가 수조 용어지 슬라비나 근데 인디그레스 산제 뒤송도와 근데 내가 그 마하물크레스 렘바 덴데스타 와 이제 삼당에 근데 제가 나신게 산제 좀 되게 포인트 나신게 소수 몰람 잡제네 마 동네 탐제 매버쇼 제버쇼 아니 최 탐제기 동네 저어봐 동네 짜와 저어봐 짜와 머리 몽바세지 저어봐 최 탐제기 동네 책이 규지 저어봐 때마디 뉴몬 더자 세당 나게 타도 티무세 두두기다 지겨어봐 ultimately 디 지겨어도 야 투투라라 개개 마담제 더자 세당 나게단 타도다 상관 저거지 저거 야슈디지 콘돌베 투투라라 지 마담제 에는 말에 동에 매버쇼 군조기 말에 군조기다 동에 매버서로나 세 슈기 대비나 이 용해요 말바스 수수 규리야 수수 규기 도자 세당 나게 타도세 뉴몬저와 뉴몬세는 누구 당에시고 왔다 그래서 도도세나 나도 누구 당에 오늘 나도 누구 당에도 계준이 여러 가다 가서 도자 세당 나게 타도 명예 수여다 딱 지게를 가시는 it's human nature is 답변 라고치지 샤샤 it's just human nature 제 개가 엄마를 잡았다 상이 좀 된 내기 단데 부다 소리디나 시난다 공기 제시 반전 패고 조티 밀 동엔도스 동엔의 매백 탑시 가르쳐야도스 다라 공부티 시에네 공 가사갈 패네 동엔 규체 동엔 규지어 봤다 규티 예수나 도 규티 매버소단 세 엔 매버소 소단 딜타 람고버스고 봐 다 동행이 규티 더자 세당 나게 차도생이 니몬 동아도 레더 봐 이런 거는 걔네도 생이 솔직히 니몬 기부단 생이다 자 여러배 스릴랑 아니 잠잠 제무제라고 기부랑 마다나 두고 레다 니몬 땅그레스 아주 이제 잠잠 기부도 땅 계절이다 and 두고 문에 내다 유몽 딴 것도 같아. 미동 라세르 같아. It's so obvious. That 디나네 다 림베 신돌이야. 티무 덴진 세조르바. 최 탐제 팔 주구준 피게직 예요 소지. 라. 그 다레스는 다스두간 그 독자 쉬우지 거는 쉬우 그 탐제는 비 독자 쉬우지 인데 소지. 나원 아기야 소여줘 봐. 이 오늘 제가 치는 예요 말봐. 다 낭배추 나리아 낭배추기 인도에는 마소나 heart one of the greatest teaching of Buddha is interdependent nature of reality. Everything is interdependent. Everything is interconnected. So therefore, there's nothing exists independently. That's going to lul chashananda, so kimdang chashananda, gegab chashananda, zambulin dil chashananda, chesa gegab, then zambulin. Everything exists due to certain cause and condition, right? Nothing exists independently. So if we can understand that everything is interdependent and dependent arising, interconnected, then the Ji Sejorwa, the Da Senchi. Nga sidu chape, me first culture ki keje joro ta nga sidu kampe, doctor jitape suchil madheba, soso rangi juesha, soso rangi yuedeba. Dili yomarwa da, hamba shesharwa da. Di du chechene, mune ta sanje sung da, the interdependent nature, the interconnected nature. Tundu sama yabo tabe na, any mune de jingo to ma nyachan. Kol gyabden chema kol support laje. Any kale ngaje to chung roe. Shenja de to chung roe. Any yung masem bare. Pengudu ngal to sometimes to pengudu. Then you must shoot chetani la the king mindwa. Ko be one the chida chen. Tangalo Peti shivjus to word. Alagam. And then quite do tang to that. I know Imana she ran quite tangudu. Let's drag it toss her shisha. That's it. To regam sometimes. That's which other wa.
So ani nganso tiwa thama de oden tiwa yaran so gela nganso de di cholani zamsha
Lawless.
mare oden tiwa thama de
What you know?
gela tuju che thiring pemni ani nga tiwa chigyo gela gi thangi chimegi peace jam gi the document the tengyo nangla it mentions about Gela's kindness prayer that you've like Gela gi muthini the event karina tapwa mention chigura the event kinyela and it's may all be kind to each other. So the message gitola Gela ti sung to sada and then also like ngazongon conditionally the message the pass on chithure and then on the door chera and task commentators like Gelanyama the donga kumbelinga the concert la lingbu tangdo ala pay out portions and then it was like very meditative so yeah on the session
tuchena tata may all be kind to each other say the rogun chamje chor shows yana simjen tamje chamje dan dember shows 디 소리지 이제 말한조 잠재길로 가제 교를 깨버 저기 아니 오늘 소소 기바 미신다 기바 소소 사장 기바 부구이나 파마이나 탐제 기바 소소 내가 제사지인의 내가 제로조 기바 다 가와이네 오늘 기타 기비 니마 샤르요르다 잠재일로 지게 귤게 투나 자죽sem 뱃 인지 첨보다 뱃 쉬우지 근데 자죽sem 차단지 게 마도베나야 가제기 셈 산을 침버 최게 소소 미지게 봐 오늘에 진짜 뭐 쉬우나시 소소 년만이네 님지 년만데 인지 부지 차 저거에 망아 얘는 미지게 내 기분이 그래 소소 semba 상보 제지 미지게 도나 semba 가제 상호 쪽이 근데 배는 미 소소 semba 상보에나 캠상지 가려서 배는 미 통화 담기 미도 통이도 you can feel like you are in a flower garden you know in a beautiful flower garden you can see everyone you see is so beautiful because your heart is overwhelmed with love, kindness, and compassion. So for you, no one is your enemy. No one is something bad. But everyone becomes special. 소소 가와래지. 다들 걔나서 겨울은 무지기 public talk 배두간에 땡땡 쳐대고 그래. 겨울은 무지 스테이지 간 페이지는 미도도 쓰고다 좀 차로도 와. 일단은 시기 미초야 기우 쉬이 차도 와. 오늘 겨울은 무지기 제바짱 미도 추케 랭에나 말랭에나 가세 망보다가 추케 랭 메시 당연히 망보여 이제 겨울은 제운주가 랑시 매백 셈나 가난다 토난다 김나 쉬자도 이카니 좀 그래 공기 오늘 다들 민도도 세운주 for His Holiness is like a beautiful flower. All people are like a beautiful flower. You know? In Tigania, 자주 샘생의 귤도 어떻게 두나니? 제신 방배 로세죠. 제신 방배 킹도에 제신 방배잖아. So dear to your heart. So dear. All humanity, all beings are so dear in your heart. So therefore, everyone becomes so precious. Something extraordinary, so special. 단도 팀에 로종 세제만 세지. 여러분 비체게 송주 나지와 망보난 그래. 이 고들이야 다니 심진 탐제라 이신 노블레 사배 된저도 somebody 따도 제퍼즈버쇼스. You almost feel like it. Sentient beings are like a precious jewel. 이신 노블레 사 딜레라듯이. 그래서 심진 마기 심진 조 심진 때문에 소산제 고만톱 두고 해래. 파르드 침보 용수 조 두고 해래. 세 딜레네 소송은 심진을 짜와도 인지chen 믿게베나 소소 기부 요한 타져 버렸다. So therefore they all be kind to each other. It's a really beautiful prayer. And I'm so honored that it's been endorsed and blessed by 10 Nobel Peace Laureates. And one thing you can do every day when you get up in the morning, if you have a partner, hold each other's hand, look into each other's eye, and say, may all be kind to each other. may all be kind to each other. 오늘 빼요. 또 벽에 난 재미나 로그 잠재 초월쇼스. 로그 잠재 초월쇼스. 인 계란조 탐제 말한주 상매 귤 전주심 귤 개면은 경이다. 가보듯이 싫어요. 그렇다. 이내 문에이다. 가지고 This is the jewel in life. 닝지 첨부, 잠바 첨부. 이렇게구나. Okay? 좋잖아. tamam. 됐을래?
I put the form out there in the chat group la form so to click chirochi and then it'll give us information on where you found out about the program D and then also the program the idea in it you know on the 정말 드린 투자나 쇼에 믹스 gel라 투자나 빼 하고 주서 먼저 투자 투자 망하시는 gel라 투자는
그치. 예직 쉬죠지. 일단 전문인 가와치면 밑에 드시기도와 peace sign. 드시기로 봐. 얘기 싸바지 소유 나닝 시내리지. 땅에 고추다. 당부 드세 인 드세 숨. 먼저 베베르다 디 초가 숨. 군조 숨. 다 출루 차세는 말메 탁숨. 제 얍세 숨. 사진 남숨. 켈롭 추숨. 출루 시작이나 누구래. 인군조 숨. 초가 숨. 주제 매번 남숨. 띵을 베베 전도인다. 띵에 싸우지. 저는도 잠깐 you can do this. 도시에 아니 도시에
gel라 투자나
됐을래.
Everyone can do this.
모두 창문 도시인다야 도시래. 창문 나오지 않다. 네. 다가린다. 됐을래.
so 먼저 드린 달라 잠셔라 gel라 gel라 투자나 and 상말로 투자나 중에 아니 쇼라 먼저 the mindfulness meditation program to shaman go to so if anyone is interested please reach out to us
좋잖아.